And down here in my dungeon, my weight room, as you can see. So, so I'm not in a what we call a great mood, and that means it's time for a little tough talk. A little tough talk, because I think we need it as individuals sometime, and we need it for the sake of our country, which I'm going to be getting to in a second. First of all, let me remind you to tune in to Coffee with the Carter Man, or the #1 political activist podcast in America, on all the social media platforms. So check it out. Check it out. Well, I'm thinking as I'm working out, because I'm listening to Motiversity, which is always excellent. You want to know what you deserve in life? You deserve what you deserve. Now you may say, oh, that's kind of a tautology. Well, it kind of is, but it also is true. You deserve what you deserve. Whatever you make for yourself is what you deserve in life. And that means that if you make things easy for yourself, if you make things slovenly for yourself and slothful for yourself, that's what you're going to get in life, and that's what you deserve. If you make things tough, yeah, okay, like that. If you make the road a little rough sometime, and if you insist upon only what is good and right and the very best, then you're going to get what you deserve, and that is the very best, okay? Now you might say, well, Carter Man, how does that relate to politics? Well, I'll tell you. We've elected Donald Trump, and we don't really have a comprehensive idea, an exhaustive idea of what he's going to do. We know what we think he's going to do. We know what we hope he's going to do, but there are certain areas we're not certain, and we're waiting to see. And for us to deserve the best in those areas, we have to demand the best. Then we'll deserve the best, okay? You see where I'm going with all this? See where I'm going with this tautology, if you will? Let's take foreign policy. We have to demand that he end that horrifying, bloodletting, profiteering war in the Ukraine. Biden's war in the Ukraine. It has cost probably 1 million lives of young Ukrainians, while the little grifter Zelensky has gotten wealthy. Four mansions on your taxpayer money all over the world. And of course, the $5 million Bugatti for the wifey poo that you paid for with your tax dollars. Because to Zelensky, what's important is not how many Ukrainians die. It happens. It happens. What's important is how much money he can pad his pockets with, your taxpayer money. Russia doesn't want Ukraine. Putin certainly does not want Germany and France. Would you? Would you? I don't think so. He may want Odessa. It used to be Russia. Maybe so, a warm water port. But that's it. And yet, you had somebody I admire greatly, one of Biden's closest friends and advisors, Steve Bannon, talking about the need to essentially destroy Russia. Why? Why? What has Russia done to us? Okay? I mean, the liberals like to build up Russiagate, Russia tapping our phones, Russia. No. It's the U.S. surveillance state spying on you, not Vladimir Putin, okay? So, I love Bannon, but he's dead wrong. And we have to demand that Trump doesn't listen to him in this one. Peter Navarro. Love Peter Navarro. But you have to be careful of Peter, because don't forget, Peter Navarro went wacko on the government's COVID extravaganza. Okay, I'm told running around the offices screaming at people in the White House, that just essentially scared to death of the COVID, and demanding the government shut everything down. Look, I think the guy's a brave guy. He went to prison. I don't know whether I'd have the guts, but he can be wrong, deadly wrong. And there's only one way to make sure. Secretary of State now, Mario Rubio, a neocon who thinks we need to declare war on everyone in the world. We did demand. No, we're not going that route. Thank God for Tulsi Gabbard. Thank God. I think Hegseth doesn't agree with her. So there are people there who will fight for what we believe, but we got to fight for them first. We got to be the ones, the American people, those of us at the grassroots, who get out there and, yes, demand that we have a government that, once again, is small, learns to balance its budget. How about advising Trump, we the people advising Trump, tell Congress we're going to bring in about $4 trillion in taxes next year. That's how much you have to spend, and not one penny more. And don't give us any of these continuing resolutions and all this lying that you do. Pass a real budget and make sure it's balanced. We have to demand those things, and if we do, we'll get them. You know why? Yeah, because we deserve them. Let's do this thing.